Welcome to Diceyed, the GURPS protocol. How to make a character. Redux episode. Before we begin, I want to just clarify something. I'm doing this post-production recording versus pre-production recording. The main reason is I want to actually talk and go over the stuff without having to squeeze in audio in proper ways. My last episode didn't turn out as good as I hoped it would. It was beautiful, don't get me wrong, but I felt like I didn't go over a lot of the actual character creation. GURPS has a lot of stuff to go over, and depending on your GM, you may use some of it, you may not even use all of it. GURPS is easy to get into, hard to master situation, and I figured it would be smart for me to do another episode just on the starting points of character creation before I even get to advantages, disadvantages, and the other stuff. I will make further episodes on those, similar to this, but let's go over the core basic concepts of how to start your GURPS character. First, most important part is we need to talk about point pools. Point pools is what the GM sets to identify what you actually have to play with. Things like attributes, builds, traits, skills, techniques, magic, and more is all covered by your point values. So first we have to go over your attributes. Your attributes separate into four main categories. First off is strength. Strength is your all-around health. It deals with your lifting and carrying strength, your melee damage, your health points, and your all-around beefiness. However, no skill uses strength as an attribute. You cannot use strength to complete a task. Dexterity, or DX, covers your base speed, athletic skill, ability to hit in combat, and your driving skill. Surprisingly enough. Intelligence, IQ, handles all kinds of mental skills like crafting, artistical skills, lying, deception, and even investigation. They also include all kinds of social skills. Think of it like charisma. Then you got magic, your mental strength, your willpower, and your perception. Health covers your fatigue points, your stamina, your resistance to poisons, diseases, radiations, etc., and your general basic grit. Now we're going to go over secondary characteristics. We're going to go over this real quick, but just before we get started, all secondary characteristics can be altered by points based off of these following rules. Just understand that you could increase or decrease as needed. Damage. It's based off of a strength table. This is your swing and thrust damage. Basic lift. This uses strength as base, holding things over your head for 1 second. Has a bunch of other side calculations for different ways you could lift. Will is directly your IQ. It's how you handle psychological stress. Perception. Directly IQ. How you're able to sense the world. Each sense can be altered separately. Hit points, your HP. It's based off your strength and is directly your health points. Literally. Fatigue points, FP. Directly off health. It's your energy supply and stamina. Base speed. This is health plus dexterity divided by 4. This is your physical quickness. You use this to calculate other important stats. Dodge. This is your base speed plus 3 but you floor it, which means you reduce the point percentage from your base speed. This is your ability to dodge or sidestep attacks, one of your main defenses. Base move, flooring your base speed, similar to dodge before, except for without the +3. This is your running speed, or directly more importantly, how many yards per second you can run. Encumbrance and move. This is a strength chart, holding heavy things and moving depending on the limit of the weight. This next part is builds. Builds handle your size, your weight, and your age and beauty. Very basic stuff, but depending on your GM may require more complex natures to this. Tech level, or TL for short, is your timeline progression of world and cultures and characters. So simply put, every world has a TL level. Every culture has their own independent TL level, and your character can have a TL level separate from all this. Usually most characters keep the TL of the world of the culture. A great example of this is you could have a scientist who goes to the middle of nowhere, meaning his tech level is probably higher than the area of the people who are in the middle of nowhere. Some examples of this is tech level 0 for Stone Age, tech level 3 for Medieval, similar to Dungeons & Dragons type, tech level 8 for Digital Age. We would actually be considered to be living in tech level 8.5. A little more advanced in Digital Age, a little less than the tech level 9. Tech level 11 is the Age of Exotic Matters. This is considered the highest point of the general tech levels that we know of. Tech level 12 and above is considered whatever the GM likes. This literally means beyond our normal comprehension. So that's about it. This covers the base level of character creation. And again, as I said before, this does not even come close to covering the advantages and disadvantages, the magic, the psionics, templates, meta traits, all that other stuff that defines a character. I will go over those in the future episodes. I hope this episode was at least good enough to help explain and make it clean to everyone. Again, while I love how the first episode came out of this section, I feel bad that I didn't really explain a lot. So I hope this helped out new players. If it didn't, I'm sorry. I'm trying my best. Otherwise, this has been Diceyed on the GURPS protocol. Thanks for watching.